Welcome to today's edition of the Exploring Mining podcast, featuring stock news from TSX, TSXV, CSE, ASX, NASDAQ, and New York Stock Exchange mining companies, plus interviews with CEOs and leading experts. Hello everyone, this is Sam Mowers here. Welcome to another episode of the Exploring Mining podcast. For news today, we've got the latest from ArcelorMittal, Endeavour Silver, Avino Silver and Gold Mines, and Kingsman Resources. But just before we get into the show today, a quick reminder that if you enjoy this podcast, please feel free to share it or leave us a review. And as always, I recommend checking out some of the other podcasts on investorideas.com. This includes the Cannabis Podcast, the Clean Tech and Climate Change Podcast, along with many others, all of which will bring you up to speed on the latest stock news and trends in their respective spaces. Alright, so ArcelorMittal, which trades on the New York Stock Exchange under the ticker symbol MT, has announced that ArcelorMittal Brazil, its Brazilian entity, will form a joint venture partnership or JV with Casa dos Ventos, one of Brazil's largest developers and producers of renewable energy projects, to develop a 554 megawatt wind power project. The goal of this project, according to the press release, is to secure and decarbonize a considerable proportion of ArcelorMittal's future electricity needs in Brazil. Aditya Mittal, the company's CEO, said, quote, "As well as making climate sense, this project makes financial and operational sense. It reduces electricity costs and provides energy security to our Brazilian business and will deliver consistent, attractive, long-term returns." End quote. Stock for ArcelorMittal is up 0.67% at the time of recording. Next up, Endeavour Silver Corp., which trades on the New York Stock Exchange under the ticker symbol EXK, has decided to proceed with the construction of an underground mine and mill at the Terronera project in Jalisco State, Mexico. The company's CEO Dan Dixon explains, quote, "With official board approval now in hand, the path is cleared to advance construction of the Terronera project, which will be Endeavour's next producing mine. We are very pleased with the financial commitments that Société Générale and ING have made towards the development of the Terronera project. After undergoing a comprehensive due diligence process, we secured very competitive financing terms with quality financiers that protect the upside for our shareholders." End quote. Stock for Endeavour is up 2.41% at the time of recording. Moving right along, Avino Silver and Gold Mines Limited, which trades on the NYSEAmerican under the ticker symbol ASM, has reported its production results for Q1 2023. Highlights include silver production of 234,338 ounces, silver equivalent production of 678,247 ounces, copper production of 1.4 million pounds, and gold production of 2,286 ounces. David Wolfen, the company's president and CEO, said, quote, "The Avino mine continued to provide consistent results in the first quarter of 2023, building on our successful 2022 production results. Our 12-month trailing production of 2.9 million ounces reflects the tremendous achievements of our operations team in ensuring that Avino continues to meet and exceed our expectations. In addition, we continue to focus on executing our 5-year growth strategy to align with our goal of becoming an intermediate producer." End quote. Stock for Avino Silver and Gold Mines is up 0.63% at the time of recording. Lastly for today, Kingsman Resources Limited, which trades on the TSXV under the ticker symbol KNG, has announced the acquisition of the Sylvia Mine project area, adjacent to its 100% owned Las Coloradas project to the west. This gives it control of 8.45 square kilometers of the district. According to the press release, the Sylvia Mine project comprises old mine workings, prospective geology, and structural and geophysical targets. Well, that does it for today's Exploring Mining podcast. If you'd like to be a guest or sponsor for this podcast, please contact InvestorIdeas.com. InvestorIdeas.com reminds all listeners to read our disclaimers and disclosures on the InvestorIdeas.com website. All investment involves risk, and this podcast is not meant to be an endorsement to buy or sell securities or products. To hear more InvestorIdeas.com podcasts, please visit InvestorIdeas.com/audio. And a reminder, you can also hear our podcasts on Apple Podcasts, Audible, Spotify, TuneIn, Stitcher, Spreaker.com, iHeartRadio, and most audio platforms available.